most recent episode of the Guns on Pegs podcast, released this morning, George has sent me a challenge. Guest Johnathan Young was telling everyone about Johnny's ginger thing, and with no recipe and only a vague idea of how it's all put together. Challenge accepted. Let's give it a go. So, we have a nice clean Kilner jar. Great thing when making homemade booze with strong alcohol is you don't have to worry about sterilising it. The booze is going to do that, but obviously make sure it's nice and cleanly washed. We've got some stem ginger. I bought 2 tubs because I've got no idea how much is meant to go in. We've got the chopping board. Apparently we've got to do a little bit of chopping to get it all together. And finally, a Christian Dupre fine Napoleon brandy, which was 16 quid down at the local Spar shop, so probably wouldn't drink it on its own. And it's allegedly full-bodied yet distinctive mellow flavour. Don't know how things can be distinctively mellow, but we're going to give it a try. So, first tip for everybody, if you're making any kind of fruit infusions, use a wide-mouth Kilner jar. Don't use a small-necked bottle. You will thank me later. If you have to take the fruit off, it's far easier to get it out of a big hole than out of a small hole. So, from what I could pick up from Johnathan, the brandy goes in. Actually, it doesn't smell too bad. There we go. You can see absolutely no time spent at culinary school done me no favours. And then we're going to try with the ginger. Now, I like ginger, not to everyone's taste, but we have absolutely no idea how much of this to put in. So let me just get a spoon. What I think we're going to do is we'll start off with a little bit, try it in the morning, see how that's infused, and we can always add a little bit more. But we're going to slice them up. So we'll start off removing them from the tub, and then we can get the syrup in there and start stirring that down. So let me just grab a spoon quickly. So this is stem ginger. Which is quite different in flavour, obviously, to fresh root ginger, which is a bit more fiery, but holds a little bit more heat than crystallised ginger. So Johnathan reckons his ginger thing is the stem ginger, so that's what we're going to go with. So I'll spoon that syrup in. There we go. And we'll give it a bit of a judicious stir. And then we'll try with the ginger. Now, he said put half of the ginger in, so we've got what? Let's move that out of the way. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's fortunate. We've got 8 pieces of ginger. So we'll take 4. And 4 can go back in the pot. And we'll give those a little slice. Now, whenever you're infusing anything, the bigger the surface area, i.e. the smaller the pieces, the faster it'll infuse and the more flavour you'll get through. But we're just going to go for fairly rough slices here because I've got no idea what I'm doing. Oh, amazing ginger smell. Quite woody, actually. Right, we'll pop those in. Try not to spill too much of the frightfully cheap brandy. There we go. Very technical, as you can see. I think the only other ingredient Johnathan was saying was to use some sugar syrup. Now, I happen to have in the cupboard something that I think might just turbocharge Johnny's ginger thing, and that's, being the festive time of year coming up, one of the Monin gingerbread simple syrup. So I'm going to add a measure of this, see if it spikes it up a little bit. And tomorrow I might make, with some of the leftover stem ginger, I might make just a plain one, so at least then the lads can try either way. So I think we'll just add a good large measure of the gingerbread syrup. Oh, that might have over gingered it, but there you go. Now, he said just leave that for 2 days. So we just have a cheeky little. Oh, that could be quite good when that ginger infuses in. So I'll pop the lid on the kilner, seal that one away. We'll pop that one on the side for a couple of days. See what Johnny's ginger thing tastes like. Well, thanks for the challenge, George. I've got to go off now and I'm going to try and find some parakeets. I don't know where the hell I'm going to find those from in Cornwall. But I'll see if I can get some shit down, and I'd better get the oven on and get baking.